I'm not fond of eating horse, particularly my horse. Someone should tell the cooks that turnip isn't meat. I like that. If you drink enough fire wine, perhaps you'll
The
be
short
regret.
blade is best for quickly fending off multiple enemies.
Okay. This is us playing Assassin's Creed again, because fuck all you cunts.
Because it's fun.
But this will be the last time that we'll play this one. And we just did it because I thought we'd bring about that Trump's travel ban, at least the one that he initially proposed, is down! Done!
For now.
No, it's done.
Oh yeah, the one he initially proposed. Yeah.
Yes,
But he'll
that
come back
can't
with
be-
more.
He's said that he will not contest the Supreme, I think it's the Supreme Court's decision.
That dude that you just walked past had some midget under his robe. Like,
What?
serious. Look, no. He's probably went up the other stairs.
I think you're
Just
talking
looks like
shit.
he had someone up his bustle. Look. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, sweet. So it's down. He's gone.
Yeah, he can't bring that one back.
Oh,
he can bring
fair.
another one that's
Yeah.
not as stringent, but he can't do this one.
That's good. I mean, it's shit that he can keep trying to do that stuff, but he is the president, so I suppose, yeah. That happens.
Speak up. Come forward.
Alright.
Before I smack you. Alright, open it up and go for topics. You know, something.
Yeah, yeah. Shazam. Oh, there's some random shit. So slow. Alright.
Well, I'm just trying to make so that
Let's
you're
do
finding
this.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta talk, that's the whole point. Hurry up.
Yes. Well, we're trying to find some topics, but we can't because I can't think of anything.
I'll see all posts. For some reason, yours doesn't list all posts.
Oh, great.
No? What?
Hey guys. Oh. Hey guys. What you doing down there?
Go on, kill someone.
I can't kill them. They're bloody peasants. They're they're
can-
cool. They're the no.
Is this still something? What's going on
I
here?
think I've seen everything now.
I don't know what he's doing. When he falls, I won't help him.
What is my freaking phone? Your Facebook app's shite.
I think you're just retarded.
I think you're just shite. Do. Hey. Facebook.
Lending creed to the retarded thing.
Something. Oh, look at all those beautiful posts. Look at that.
You go to the
Lined
top.
up.
Go to the top.
All right.
The top. You
Oh,
wanna
okay,
Start from the
so-
beginning.
From the beginning, but the top, the most recent, not the
Oh, well then
beginning.
you go down the bottom then.
Alright, all the way down the bottom. Ooh, past Dubai's drones. We already discussed. Did we discuss the Domino's book? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
I think in that we haven't discussed. Because I created it afterwards.
Oh. Nice.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I've just been looking into some of these articles.
yeah, well that's good. That's what we should be doing.
Alright. Oh, Jesus, you put way too much stuff on.
Yeah, well, I just go through the week and I
Alright.
see, oh, this would be good to talk about.
I think we did discuss the ordinary Americans carried out inhumane acts last time. Pretty sure we did.
Refresh my memory.
About the travel ban thing. I read out the. All right. Anyway, So this one was about the travel ban, basically, and ordinary Americans being forced to carry out inhumane acts where they, and it starts off all dramaticized, going about a week ago, men and women went to work at airports around the United States, as they always do. Blah, 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 blah. And then they handcuffed some...
Yeah, but I don't count...
5-year-old child, etc., etc.
I don't count Border Force people as everyday people. I count them as scum.
Yeah, but when they're not at work, dude, you can't tell them apart.
Oh,
it's like Nazis. When they're not gassing people, they're just your average.
They're just your grandma and grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to mention our friend's name, but she knows who she is.
I hope she won't get offended if she ever watches this.
No, probably not.
Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't fucking do anything. Just because I'm riding a black horse. Oh, you cunt. Just fucking tackle me. Just give me a second. Okay, there we go.
A sand nigger can't have a horse, man. You stole that.
He couldn't afford that horse. Like, he can't afford to drive that car.
Anyway, so yeah, that was the ordinary Americans doing heinous shit for Trump. We had the first week of all the heinous shit that Trump did in his first week. Unfortunately, that's a video.
Yeah, let's just ignore that for now and we'll do it later. Hey! Oh, you dick! How do I break out of a grab?
Okay. Anyway, Castlevania showrunner working on an R-rated Power Rangers reboot. And frankly, as a child, I just didn't get Power Rangers. I thought they were fucking stupid. I thought their stupid special effects were just fucking stupid. All the baddies was just these fucking stupid puppet bullshit little styrofoam helmeted motherfuckers, and I just couldn't get into it. I thought they were lame, and all the other kids were like, "This is fucking cool, it's amazing." But this I could get into.
Yeah, I have to admit, I never really got into Power Rangers as a kid either. I mean, the people around me did, but I didn't. I was too busy, watching Thomas the Tank Engine like a cool kid.
Yeah, damn right.
Power Rangers did seem kind of silly to me.
Yeah, I never quite got into it, but it reckons.
Yeah, that's what you get for fucking touching
that,
me. No, oh no, you don't.
Oh, you don't get away.
Oh, come back, Piggy. Come back. There we go.
I was gonna say you limey bastard, but there's no guarantee these guys are limeys. I think they are. I think these are the British, but
some of them are French.
Yeah, there's French and Spaniards. I think have done a couple of crusades and.
Yeah, well, this is what's his name? These are British here as well, but there are also French.
Yeah.
There's
and of course the Italian.
What's his name? Richard and William.
Yeah. Richard the Lionheart.
Yeah, Richard the Lionheart. That's it. Not William. I can't really think what was.
I think
the brother that stayed behind. What the hell was his name?
Probably was William.
It wasn't William.
Anyway, I can't remember.
I think I'm.
This Power Rangers thing is saying that Adi Shankar is working on an R-rated reboot of Power Rangers, a series from the 90s. They had to clarify that. Does that? Oh, that makes me feel a bit old.
Yeah, well.
Wow. Anyway, during an interview with Polygon, Shankar said that the next big project was a Power Rangers meets Dragon Ball Z type series that would reimagine the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series that ran between 1993 and 1999. The show would be an animated series, and Shankar said it would be the most violent version of the show to date.
Yeah, well, the show was pretty violent, but it was always toned down to be silly.
Yeah, and like when they did eventually defeat them, like, you know, it was always just a flash of light and they disappeared, or a puff of smoke and they, you know, there wasn't loss of limbs and shit, from what I remember. I honestly didn't watch it that much.
Yeah, fucking take that, Templar, motherfucker.
It says it's a complete retelling
you cunt.
of the first 3 seasons, Shankar said, and it's going to be really fucking dark. Darker than any other Power Rangers series. It sounds good to me. I always felt that Power Rangers had potential, in that it was, you know, a bunch of dudes with powers kicking ass.
You never seen a horse run across the... Oh.
I have now. And miraculously not fall through a thatched roof. Feather horse. Shankar is already working on the script for the first season and wants to launch the series within the next 18 months, but has yet to sell the series to a network. Right.
What the fuck is he getting?
So this is just a dude who wants to do a thing. What?
How is that a story?
That's bullshit. That's some guy that's got a bit of reputation within the industry that wants to do something but might not. That is...
Well,
Anyway, when asked if there
now.
were any potential suitors, Shankar said there were a couple of networks interested, but he wanted to bring the show to Netflix. Shankar is currently working with the Internet Network on the recently announced Castlevania.
Oh, I suppose there could be... Maybe that he's given them the idea, or they're thinking about it, like he sent them the thing, and they're thinking about it, and now he's sort of leaked this article, or told people about this article to sort of...
To get the
gauge
interest
it,
going,
interest.
yeah, like they do with computer games.
And so...
You're like, oh, there might be a number
and so
2.
Netflix see it and go, oh, quite a few people who would be interested in a R-rated Power
But
Ranger.
who's copyright for that? That's weird. Like, surely you would have to get copyright access for the intellectual property of
Power
Rangers. Otherwise, you're going to go, hey, I've written this awesome thing. It's called Power Rangers Unleashed or whatever the bullshit. And Power Rangers cutting off limbs. And then... and then say, yeah, this is great, it's going to be on Netflix, and then get your ass handed to you on a platter and so so strange. Anyway, Netflix is doing what every other network should be doing, Shankar said. I've worked with almost every network and Netflix just gets it. The world we live in now has disrupted the idea of what entertainment is, and Netflix gets it.
You fucking talk down to me.
Polygon has reached out to Netflix for comment on the series and will update when more information becomes available. Shankar said what he wanted to get away from was the revamp. With the revamp was the Monster of the Week format. The original Power Rangers series had to follow. Instead, he wanted to make it a linear series and focus on the essential story elements. If you look at what shows are like today, they're long movies, Shankar said. It's a format paradigm, and I want to explore creating these types of new shows with Power Rangers. Yeah, I dig it.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Like Castlevania, Shankar wants the
That's
Power
what I
Rangers
think Star Wars
series.
should have been.
Yeah.
It's a long movie. A TV series that was basically a long movie, as opposed to the shortened pieces of shit.
You hear that, Netflix? You hear that, Netflix?
We want a new Star Wars.
I
we
want you to
start
get with
rebooted Star Wars.
You hook up with the people that made Rogue One, and you make us Star Wars, alright? Now, I know we've probably just pissed a lot of diehard fans off there, but they can fuck off. Because as much as I like the originals, I think we can do better.
Oh yeah, pretty sure we can. Oh,
Come on, it's just a little Templar. What the shit are you doing? That's it. Fucking carve him up. Why didn't you have a sword in your hand when you...
oh, shit.
He is fucking you. He is raping your little... He's gonna throw you over that trough.
Oh, no, don't do it, leave me alone.
Run! Run! Always, this dude is like hard fucking core. For a start, you're supposed to be some buku talented seasoned assassin running around in this mad lightweight clothes. And that motherfucker is carving you up and chasing you down, and he is wearing plate mail.
Get off the horse. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, wait. The last Templar wasn't this bad.
This says, like Castlevania, Shankar wants the Power Rangers series to have climatic battle sequences.
Yeah, that's what you get for
and feel
humiliating me.
large in scale. He wanted to merge the best parts of Power Rangers series, the characters of the world they live in, with the aspects of Dragon Ball Z the series became famous for.
That'd be cool.
The long, extensive
have
fight
similar-
sequences.
They do have similar sort of, you know, bits. I swear to Christ, have you never seen a dude riding a horse before?
It says we're going to focus on the beats of what made beats. I don't know. Beats of what made each show great and turn that into one entire new Power Rangers series. Shankar said. Right now, this is just a concept that Shankar is working on, but he's hoping to sell the series pretty soon. Right now, his current focus is on Castlevania, which he told Polygon will set the bar for video game to TV adaptations.
Cool. We don't have to read the whole article.
Well, I just did so far.
I thought you'd use your, you know,
I was trying to go for the Dolby Digital theme there. Health workers are dealing with
Let's talk
violence
about
on a
power.
daily basis, the Nursing and Midwifery Federation says. Yeah. Well, my wife is a nurse and I already knew this. So anybody that didn't know that is a fucking idiot.
What's that?
The title I just read out, William. Will. Violence in Adelaide. Hospitals targeted in social media campaign. As South Australian nurses call for the right to refuse treatment to aggressive patients, the state government has unveiled a new social media campaign aimed for curbing violence in hospital emergency departments. The campaign comprises a 30-second video which dramatizes the type of hostile encounter routinely experienced by hospital staff. Health workers are dealing with violence on a daily basis, including being treated with infected blood and having drink cans thrown at them. Not just cans, fuck. Anyway, according to the Nursing and Midwifery Federation, government statistics show the number of code black incidences where the safety of hospital staff is threatened is rising. So far in 2016 and 2017, there have been 6,245 code blacks compared to the 4,765 at the same time in 2015-16. That's a pretty big jump. Well, yeah. That increase is partly due to rising levels of substance abuse, including
like
the
ice.
drug ICE. Health Minister Jack Snelling said. It's so weird. Like, as a population, we are more educated. Like, more educated than ever before. And yet, people still keep taking drugs. It's like, I find it totally reprehensible that anybody of our generation smokes cigarettes.
Yeah, it's retarded.
Like, you have to be a total fucking retard.
Like, at least if you smoke cigarette, like, at least if you smoke marijuana, then you can go, why do you smoke marijuana? It's to get high.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm high. Why do you smoke cigarettes? It doesn't fucking do anything.
Well, it does. It's still a chemical addiction. It's still
It's
an
an
addiction.
Drug. That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
got chemicals in it to addict you.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it does nothing. People think it relieves stress, but
Yeah.
all cigarettes do is
lower your top. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. You used to have you already had stress.
Yeah.
And you're just doing something that makes you feel good, but the thing is, I'm trying to figure out how, because I read an article and I'm trying to think of how, and it's true, is you just normally have a smoke when you're stressed because you want to do something that takes your mind off being stressed, and then after a while your brain just sort of adapts and goes, oh, I'm stressed, I should be having a cigarette now.
Yeah.
And you start going through withdrawal symptoms that make you more edgy.
Yeah, that's right. It makes your lows lower.
Yeah.
So it sort of drops the bar instead of raising it. It doesn't make you more resilient. It makes you less resilient. Yeah, it's stupid. And the amount of people that say, "Oh, I did it to piss my parents off." Like,
it doesn't fucking reduce the stress.
Hell.
And you did it to... You can fucking piss your parents off doing anything.
Yep. It's real easy. Yeah. So anyway, what were we saying? We said ICE. That's right. It says, but Mr. Snelling said the campaign was not specifically aimed at people on drugs. What we are targeting today is the people who aren't suffering a mental illness, aren't under the influence of drugs or alcohol, Mr. Snelling said. The campaign was welcomed by the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Federation, who said it was a good first step, but that real consequences needed to be introduced for aggressive patients. Chief Executive Elizabeth Dabars said patients should be prosecuted for violent behaviour and health professionals should have the right to refuse health care to abusive patients. This is an urgent issue. People are getting injured and affected every single day, and it is unacceptable. The Federation also urged the government to address overcrowding and lack of resourcing. Well, yeah, that's a big no shit Sherlock kind of situation. There must be a strategy from the health department, from the government, that ensures that people are appropriately supported. Shut up. I can't. I'm dyslexic. I can't summarise, motherfucker. I can't skim read. I have to read it. They're all short articles anyway. Yeah, so that's a bit of a no shit Sherlock situation, especially with the under resourcing kind of things. Like, they're trying to push for 4 patients to a nurse in hospitals, but at the moment, like in the hospital, in our local hospital here the other day, there was one nurse to do clinical care for 12 people. Unfucking cool.
Yeah.
That's not that's just clinical care. Well, clinical care is a big component. You know what I mean? Like that's the actual fucking treatment.
That's for people that don't know what is clinical care.
Well, it's the actual sort of treating of the patient. It's not just the observation. So you have
a fancy way of saying, every typical thing. It's just basically everything.
You have like one nurse or an EN doing your observations, and then another nurse will come through and do clinical care based on the observations. So
giving you pills and whatnot.
Yeah, the actual business side of things. The treatment.
Giving you pills and prescriptions and all the rest of it. That's clinical care.
Yeah. 12 people to one nurse. That's
that would also, and that's just not handing pills out. That would also include catheters and other stuff like that.
Oh yeah. It's involved.
Yeah.
They actually have to have a clinical care plan for every single patient.
Just because you've got a nurse for a wife and I'm an assistant nurse, not everyone will know. People will hear clinical care and be like, wow, that's really serious, which, it isn't, but at the same time, it's lots of busy work.
Well, it also is serious. I mean, don't be fucking fooled, people. Doctors don't do all the work. Doctors, have one little session and go, yeah, this person needs this, based off all the work that the nurses do.
Yeah.
It's the nurses that run a fucking hospital. And 12, how do you expect a nurse to comprehensively and fully do their job within the time period that they are assigned when they've got 12 people to treat?
It's not like in Scrubs where there's fucking doctors everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't happen. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a pretty shitty state of affairs. And then, when you chuck in a violent patient, or a violent potential patient, you know, into ED or whatever.
Yeah, it should just not be. I reckon we should just not have to treat them. I certainly wouldn't.
Maybe we just need cop stations at the hospitals. So if there's anybody violent there, they could just bundle them into a little perspex cell and leave them there until they calm the fuck down.
Because your wife has that whole, you know, duty of care thing that nurses are supposed to have.
Yeah.
And I do that to a degree. I mean, you know, I do it because I get paid, but I have to do anything for them. I certainly don't.
Yeah.
I don't, because it's weird at work. A lot of the people there, because we do have some, you know, violent people at work, but they're mostly old, so you know, it does hurt the little nurses, but it doesn't really hurt me because I'm a big fella.
Yeah.
And they all just seem to, you know, feel sorry for the residents, or you know, try and find some common ground, see what's wrong with them. And I think that, you know, that's probably what a proper nurse should do. I just can't, you know, once you start being violent to people, that's it. You're done.
Yeah, but there's also, you know, a big difference
I think my
between
horse
like
ran over somebody and
you
they're
know.
upset with me.
Yeah. Go horsey. Yeah, like there's a big difference between, you know, little Mrs. Jeffries,
And
who's
dude, yeah.
having a womp at you, versus the guy that, well, I don't know,
Hopped up on ice.
yeah, hopped up on ice, who weighs, you know, like 100 kilos, and decides that he needs to get this cut on his hand treated, or
Yeah.
gets dragged in there by the police.
Chances are that, because rarely anyone, unless they're prone to violence generally, and even then, those guys aren't going to hit you in the hospital because, you know, it's out in the open.
Unless they're on ice.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, the kind of like domestic abuser person. They won't hit you because they're cowards. They won't do it in public.
Well,
They might do it when you're on your own.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to say,
But-
don't forget that article was, in itself, was just then targeting people that aren't under the influence of anything. And it doesn't mean that the statistics that they read off aren't people that are under the, you know, they probably have everybody that's under the influence of everything. But you'd be surprised how many violent assholes are out there that just hit anybody for the fuck.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it is so weird. Humans are not always reasonable creatures. It's pretty fucked up. Anyway, we'll probably... What's
Maybe we just
next?
need to get some more big fellas in. Because whenever I'm working, like, no one ever tries them. They're always fairly respectable.
Oh, this is an internet one.
It
which
is-
is really kind of...
It is something that, and it's unfortunate, because most nurses are female. Like, most of the people I work with are women. And people seem to think they can get away with more when,
Yeah.
when it's a woman.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a fairly large societal thing. We don't even realise in our generation how much better it is for women now. And in the not so
Oh,
recent
sure.
past. Yeah, like, what was it, like 50, 60 years ago? In some countries, it was like developed countries, it was illegal for women to wear pants.
Oh, yeah.
Shit like that.
Hell,
You
man,
know,
people like, you
like,
know,
and
not even
d-
10 years ago, people still get up women for, you know, coming into work without wearing high heels.
Oh yeah, just weird shit that we just seem to think that it's okay to impose these things on people. But don't even get us started on the whole pro-choice abortion stuff. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ! That always brings me back to Trump. I just can't. I just can't fucking help that, man. It just pisses me off so much. I'm gonna go on a little rant here. Okay. So, Trump has said that he will withdraw funding from any service that offers or promotes abortion. Okay? Now, this is not just within the United States. That also applies to funding that is for international international care. And yeah, so the podcast I was listening to was specifically a guy that was dealing with sexual health in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people, what people will go along with this article is he's just cutting funding. The places can fund themselves, but quite a few of these places don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like a good, for a lot of these things, something ridiculous like 80% of the funding was coming from America.
Yeah.
And it's not, even if an organisation doesn't offer an abortion service, if any one of their workers is reported to have suggested or referred a client or anybody to another service that might not be related to them that does offer abortion, they still get their funding cut.
Don't let him get away!
Yeah.
And it's something. It's supposed to be like something like $40 million in the next 6 months that will be cut from organisations. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. People are selfish cunts.
And the guy was saying that a lot of this stuff actually goes towards funding within disaster relief, because and the interviewer I was listening to said disaster relief, you don't really think of that with sexual health, but the sad thing is that basically whenever there's a big natural disaster, because the status quo is interrupted and all the services and houses and things that have been destroyed, there are lots and lots of rapes. Yeah, there's heaps and heaps of sexual abuse, and thus there's always an increase in women wanting to have abortions, because 4 out of 10 rapes result in a pregnancy. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically Trump's just said, I don't care if you've been raped, you can have this baby, whether you're in the United States or not. So he's just fucking everybody's lives globally, and that's something that's got me. A few times I've seen it on forums and on Twitter, and strangely enough on the group chat on StarCraft. There's on the general chat on StarCraft, there was a lot of Trump stuff going on, and every now and again you get somebody that was either just hardcore America or very pro-Trump saying, what's it matter to you? Why are you attacking Trump? You're not even in this country. But again, and
care about people outside of the country.
Yeah, the specific instance directly affects people not in America. They don't even want to go to America. They just want to stay in their nice little Southeast Asian country and not get raped. It's just, anyway, that's fucked up.
Well, with playing devil's advocate there, a lot of people will go, why don't those countries take care of their own people?
Because they're a third world country and they don't have the fucking money.
Thank you. While I was talking to you and looking at you then, some cunt just shot me off the tower.
Yeah.
Use the
Beautiful.
action view to gather information
So,
about
There we go.
this is another one.
No, let's not go too many into any more topics. Because
Oh, okay. Alright.
it's getting close to an hour and we don't want to do too much more.
Party pooper.
Well, I don't want to run over an hour this time.
All right.
Oh, son of a bitch! You keep doing it. You keep distracting. Look, I just got shot twice
Hey,
off the tower.
You're the one that decided you had to squeeze at my phone.
Vigilantes you have freed.
Oh, I thought there might have been something more political.
Ah, political. Oh, I can have a squeeze.
No, we'll just talk about that Milo fella. We had stuff on that.
Milo fella.
Milo Yiannopoulos, you know, oh, shit. You know, the pedo dude.
Ah, right. Yeah, I think I saw something up here earlier about that. Milo.
Well, we can just go on the video that I showed you yesterday.
Good, but
Where's that cunt that was shooting arrows at me?
oh, you posted that. That would have been really recent. Oh my god, so much stuff.
Someone was shooting arrows at me. Sure it was that dude over there? Must be.
No,
No.
I thought I remember seeing it, but I don't. Anyway,
Oh,
Will, you can introduce this because you know.
Milo, however the fuck you pronounce his last name, was in an interview and supposedly was recorded defending pedophiles.
Alright. Shit. Oh yeah, okay. How the hell do you actually? Yeah, that is a weird name. Milo Yiannopoulos.
Or
Yiannopoulos. Yiannopoulos? Yeah, okay. Milo Yiannopoulos.
Whatever.
Yiannopoulos.
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I watched the interview, the whole thing, and I just don't think that he really was defending pedophiles. I mean, he was certainly withholding names of pedophiles and being very suggestive with the whole thing. I think he was just an idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
I showed you the thing before I told you who both of them were.
yeah, I didn't know who
And if I,
these people were.
instead of telling you that, you know, Milo Yiannopoulos was a gay-hating piece of shit.
Which is weird, because he's gay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you, and told you that, you know, he did heaps of charity work. Would you have thought that he was defending pedophiles in that video? As opposed to just being led down a terrible road and being an idiot?
No, yeah, I don't think I would have gone with straight away defending.
I thought he was just
Pedophiles.
joking, really.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was sort of weird joking. Like I mean, anyone could have seen that report that that shock jock or reporter or whatever was leading him into questions. But for some reason he didn't. And like you just sort of, you know, you got yourself to blame there.
Yeah, and I think the bit that really set everyone else, set everyone off was where he says he was in a social circumstance in Hollywood with people of a high profile within the Hollywood industry, and he was saying that at some of the parties that he saw stuff that beggars belief, and that some of the boys were very young, very, very young.
Yeah. But that doesn't say that he did anything.
Yeah, that's right. That doesn't say that he did anything. But
and one of the things that people were having a go at was him the stuff, you know, have you never seen a 15-year-old girl that you found attractive?
Yeah, which is kind of odd. Like, I don't know about you, but plenty of times you walking in the supermarket and your little radar clicks in and you go, oh yeah, and then they turn and you go, oh God, I'm going to hell.
Yeah, because you see that and immediately you think, oh, she's attractive. But then you see that she's not of age. Like, you can clearly see she's too young.
Yeah.
At which point you go, she'll be pretty one day. Well, she's already pretty now, but, you know, she'll be attractive one day.
Yeah.
Because there are already going to be people jumping down our throats already.
Well, like the
it was
guy
the thing
in the
we were
video
talking about before. As soon as you mention anything to do with pedophilia, people just start jumping on you and just attack you.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. He was saying that, you know, when he was 15, they were attractive, and that's exactly it. That's the part of your brain that kicks in. That's what people refer to as their radar. You know what I mean? It picks it up, but that doesn't mean that's
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't mean it's your target.
Yeah.
Which sounds bad.
I mean,
that makes it sound predatory.
If they look, you know, like they're older.
Yeah.
But then you either find out or you can see in their face or what that they're, you know, that they're young, or just a kid. Then you go, oh no, that's
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Then immediately they go off your radar. It's just that sort of... Oh, I can't think of it.
It's almost, yeah. If I use the term, it's a biological sort of imperative.
Well, it is.
Yeah, because like in nature, humans usually I say in nature, like in like a natural tribal environment, humans would be having sexual intercourse from around about the age of anywhere from 13 up. That's when women, well, females become potentially sexually active, and that's one of those things that there's something in the brain that at that point when they're to look like women, and that's when their hormones start to kick in, they start getting curves, and that doesn't go for all girls. Lots of girls don't look they just don't look like women until much later on. But people like my mother, for instance, you see photos of her when she was 14, she looked a lot older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, hell, there's some people that look 23 and still look 14.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's fucking ridiculous.
I think it's a pretty harsh and steep call to call someone a pedophile just because they had an initial potentially sexually motivated attraction to somebody that was underage and they didn't know their age.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I mean, that's got a different name, but I mean, if you're having sex with people under the legal age, then basically you're a pedophile. I don't really care.
Oh, yeah. If you actually do it, then that's a totally different thing. Like, if she turns around, see that she's 13
Or
or
you
whatever,
know
and
that
then
she's
you go,
13 and then you have sex with her.
Yeah, if she knows that she's 13 and that doesn't slow you down.
Yeah.
That doesn't give you a moment for pause and say, actually, that's fine. Behind she had some curves, but I'm a horrible person. I am now going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like people these witch hunts. I don't like people getting blamed for things or, being demonized for stuff that they really didn't do. I mean, he found someone that was, 15 or older, may have found someone like that attractive. Who cares?
Yeah.
People do get that way. It doesn't mean you go around having sex with them, but you can find them attractive.
Yeah, well, and I suppose that's the other point is
to be
maybe what people define as attractive. Like, for me, someone who is attractive, there's usually fundamentally some kind of a sexual element to it if you find someone attractive. Like, they're a good-looking person. That doesn't, just because you find them attractive, though, doesn't mean that you want to have sex with them. Like, it's
hell,
kind
there's
of...
plenty of dudes I find attractive, but, I'm not willing to go there. I'm not willing to suck a dick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can look at somebody of either side, a male, and say, yeah, that's a good-looking guy. Wow. But, anyway.
You were trying to explain it because, already people are going to be jumping down going, oh, you're pedophile defenders, and which you can fuck off.
Yeah.
I would hope that anyone watching this, sort of to a degree, yeah, we are. Anyway, I would hope that...
If you are a serial offending son of a bitch, rapist,
then you
goddamn pedophile,
yeah, I hope
I've got some sledgehammers that have got your name on it.
But if you're a pedophile that has, you have
cut
urges that you want to fix or control, and you've just been born this way, then, we want to help you. But if you don't want to get help, well, then there's a gun here. Well, there's not here, but I can find one.
Yeah.
And you will be destroyed.
But
I would hope that anyone watching this would be intelligent enough to be able to have an intelligent conversation, but I'm sure there are some who aren't.
There are a lot of dumb people out there.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of dumb people out there, and they can fuck off.
Yeah.
Particularly if you're watching this. I'm talking to you, motherfucker. Hey, buddy. You can fuck off. Yeah, I think that, it was fair to jump down his throat for that. There's plenty of other things that he's done that you can jump down his throat for.
Yeah, I think, and there was I don't know if...
quick research, you just look in just being a member of the alt-right is enough to hate him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But these comments are not.
But a lot of people were getting, it seemed,
dear.
they were getting upset about the fact that he wasn't disclosing names of people that were having direct sexual relations with, as he defined, boys very young.
Yeah, well, even if he did,
And-
like, he couldn't, unless he had proof, actual proof.
Yeah,
And, you know, just because reckons he saw it isn't enough. He would need to have proof. Because if he didn't, then that's hearsay. Like, you know, that's defamation.
yeah, yeah. And
He would have to go to the cops in private and then help them get evidence. Otherwise, he could be sued out the arse for giving false information. If he does say it, and then it turns out that they can't get any evidence, so it's proven false.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
You stupid cunts.
He was, he was also an idiot for even going down that path,
Yes.
as you said. Like, yeah,
That's the biggest thing. I'm pretty sure he was just a moron because the reporter was clearly, or the host was clearly pushing him down paths, and, you know, putting words in his mouth to a degree,
yeah,
and, you know, going, oh, so you're 14. He never actually said he was underage. He just said he was a teenager.
yeah.
That being said, the point that he didn't disclose his age, didn't just say, oh yeah, I was 16, because he was in Britain at the time, and that's the legal age there. That he couldn't have just said that he was 16, and that would have been it. That would have been, you know, at the end of the conversation. But he just
Yeah.
kept going, I'm a teenager, which implies that he was underage.
Yeah, that's right.
And you wouldn't have, I don't know why you wouldn't have just said that he was 16. I think the guy's just an idiot.
Yeah, yeah,
That's one of the, you know, the sayings. Never imply the evil which can easily be explained by ignorance or stupidity.
yeah, yeah. I think it was also a bit of a strange sort of paradigm there, in that you had, like, there were almost two shock jocks with different methods. Like, the Milo chap was sort of, you know, came across as this meek but sort of meek but in some ways outspoken.
To be honest,
I like
this
to
is
be
my-
outrageous kind of
Yeah.
strange gay dude, and the shock jock guy was
He's
just,
honestly...
just a straight up bully, get you into talk kind
Yeah.
of shock jock. So
He was just saying, like, yeah, neither of them were good, I didn't think, but that Milo fella, he was just an idiot. Like, you could anyone could see what the dude was doing, and he just sort of walked into it, so...
yeah,
He's only got himself to blame there, to be honest with you.
he's the kind of personality though that if in the
Enjoys the
not too
attention.
distant future, yeah, he was actually to just shock disclosure, I'm not actually gay, I would
Yeah.
not be surprised. Like,
Yeah, he
oh,
like,
you were
he's-
doing it just for the attention? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised.
And yeah, some people do seem to be into the impression that he is pretending to be gay to get attention. Because of the fact that he, you know, doesn't want gay people to have the same rights as the rest of us.
Yeah,
And thinks that a lot of them are just doing it for attention as well.
yeah, well, that's right. I mean, kind of reeks of someone on the far right that's sort of pegged someone as saying, hey, you know, you could be like the inside guy, so to speak. No pun. Anyway, you know,
Have a
like,
serious discussion here.
yeah. You know, yeah, so. But that starts to sound all very conspiratorial.
Slaughtering Muslims. But it's okay.
They're not
'cause I am a
Muslims,
Muslim.
though, are they?
I think these guys are. Yeah, they're guards.
Oh, I thought they were working with the Templars.
These guys are just around.
Okay.
There are Templars and then there are guards.
Yeah, but I thought
And
at this
there are
point the
Templar
Templars and stuff were in
No, I
control.
think these are just I think these are just like Muslims in the either in the control of the Templars or they're just, you know, around. 'Cause
I
they're
need
not
to
wearing the
read
same
up
armor.
a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure what the game. I'm a bit unclear exactly what happened in a lot of the Crusades because I've just sort of got this thing in my
if you
head.
listen to the background stuff, you can hear them talking about, oh, you dick.
Bam.
Please don't kill me.
Oh, he just tossing you around a bit. He's having a bit of fun.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Stabby, stab, stab. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so that was a pretty strange kind of interview.
Hmm.
Basically, I'm going to write him off as a horrible human being. Anyway.
He is a horrible human being, just not for what people are saying.
Yeah, not specifically for the content of that.
You won't get away with it. Gods!
He's
of
clearly
that
an
interview.
asshole.
Yeah.
Anyone
Well, an
can see
idiot at
that.
least.
He's an idiot and an You know, that is my description of him. He is in a movie, like particularly.
Whoa! That's what you get for
Whoa.
round.
You guys have directions for. Oh shit! He's just that, like the bad guy's son in an action movie, the smarmy piece of shit, and he'll probably get murdered horribly.
Oh dear.
Oh shit!
Is that a double standard that I don't necessarily condone the death penalty, but just random horrible violent murder is just fine and dandy with me?
Yeah, well, I'm not that opposed to the death penalty.
Yeah. For me, it's a purely contextual thing.
Like, if there's a prisoner that just has murdered like 20 people and just refuses to get rehabilitation and has been in prison for 30 years and is going to be in prison for the next 300 years and is never going to repent, I would just kill him.
My only problem with it was, as a while ago, there was an article, and I mean a while ago, like 5 years ago, an article I remember looking at that had some statistics about the sheer amount of cases that had been re-examined, some after execution, and they found that they were in fact innocent.
Yeah, that's why we don't have the death penalty anymore, because too many innocent people are getting killed.
Exactly. Yeah. But personally, I do feel that there is, for some people,
the death
there is a
penalty,
place for it.
Yes. I mean, I have spoken to some people, and what we really need to do is adopt the prison systems in, like, I'm thinking Sweden, but I'm not sure, but around that area.
Somewhere in the Netherlands,
They have better, re-offender rates, because they actually do rehabilitation programs and don't just throw them in a cell for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And because of that, they have less offending rates, as opposed to what we do and what America does in prison. Because we're morons.
Yeah, but Americans turn it into a business.
Yes.
The prisons are privatized for a start, so having criminals for cheap labour is what they want. It's a little mini slave industry, which a lot of people are chucked up a stink about, because it's usually lower socioeconomic demographics that end up in prison, and so there is a disproportionate amount of black and Hispanic people in prison. So it's really so they've got this massive just slave trade going.
Yeah, reinvented the slave trade.
Yeah.
Hey!
Do not get to start a fight and run away from it, buddy.
Oh man, I have been busy.
Yeah, well, you were just standing around. They picked the fight.
Hey guys. You didn't say anything.
Do. I am always amazed how he actually blends in with crowds. How he just seems to act like a priest, despite the fact that he's got a knife strapped to his back and a sword on his belt.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, let those 4 monks through. Or let those 5 monks through, including the one with the body armor.
Yeah, and all the blood on him.
And the blades.
Ah, beautiful.
Like, you would think that you wouldn't have a sword. He's already got the hidden blade. Like, fair enough, you've just got satchels. They could be filled with anything.
Yeah.
You've got the hidden blades. Why wouldn't you have the dagger hidden in the cloak?
Yeah.
And that's it. And, he could do that. And he's already proficient enough to kill people with swords with that. So then you could just be right, and then you could just kill one person, take their sword, and then fight with a sword.
Well, it wouldn't be all that untoward to have a dagger anyway, but he's got it in a combat, like, sense. Like, your average little monk who uses his knife in the fields and around the monastery is not going to have it strapped to his back where he can quick draw it.
Ride like the wind!
Hey ho, Silver!
Out of my way, peasants. I'm important.
Oh, somebody do that. Make a Lone Ranger video game. That'd be
It'd just be similar to Red Dead.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, actually, it would be. Yeah.
Okay, how am I going to get in here?
Except it would have, like, way more, like, racist kind of Tonto. Well, back on the ranch.
Oh, here we are. Okay. Gonna kill some people and save a citizen. Hey, buddy. How you...
They're just playing piggy in the middle, man.
Yeah.
I need help! Please, anyone!
And I'm playing stick to people.
Wow, those guys are really dim. Looks like Ahmed's just having a little conversation with this guy. Wait a minute, he's on the ground!
Ahmed's just having a little... sleeping in and having a bit of a kiss with this hooded fella. He's just giving him a little hickey on the neck.
Fucking card, yeah? Oh.
No,
Dear.
only a little bit.
That didn't really work out for him. Oh! How you like your armor now? Reinitializing. Save citizen.
Oh yeah.
Is that the
Don't
last
log
of
onto
them?
him and speak.
I hope so. Still,
No, I can't hear this, so I'm assuming you're praising me,
I'll hurry.
telling me how good I am.
Don't think I'll leave it again.
Yes,
anytime
you should
soon.
tell your sons that I'm a great man.
You've done me a
He said
kindness,
he's
young
going
man.
to go home
Be assured.
and he won't leave it anytime soon.
Aw.
And that you've done him a great kindness.
Man, hear what we were talking about. Let's hide in these monks here.
Yeah. I also
Oops.
like how you're an assassin who is, obviously made their attire to try and blend in. And
With the
then you
monks.
go and put this red scarf around yourself. Like,
Yeah.
talk about...
Well, in this game, I mean, it doesn't make sense later, but this game has more where the assassins are more showy. They have these spectacle show-offs,
Yeah.
kills, like you have to kill them in public, and then,
Yeah.
show everyone that you did it, and then run away and hide. Whereas in the later games, you kill them in private and all the rest of it,
Yeah,
and you work behind the scenes. But they still wear the stupid get-ups. Well, Ezio does. Every other Templar or assassin, they do wear the get-ups. It's just
Right.
Ezio that wears it. Like, your uncle, who's like the master assassin, just wears your average get-up. All the assassins just wear get-up, and then Ezio has to... Because you're an assassin, it's Assassin's Creed, you have to wear the thing. Ezio just runs around wearing this bloody showy outfit.
But it looks fucking sick, eh?
Yeah, well, it is bloody Italy during the Renaissance. So.
Yeah, well...
He doesn't stick out as much as you would think, because everyone's just
So
flamboyant.
yeah.
We should play that next if I get it. Because that is
Yeah.
actually a good game. I really do enjoy Assassin's Creed 2 and the whole Assassin's Creed trilogy. Well, the Ezio trilogy. I really enjoy the Ezio trilogy. And I quite enjoy this game as well, particularly for the thing in the ending.
Yeah.
The ending is one of the things that makes it. And just the complexity with the bad guys, that they're not all evil per se, they're shades of grey.
Yeah.
In Ezio's trilogy, they are just villains. But, that was just during that period when, when you got that Pope, you're going to get a lot of assholes.
Yeah.
In the second game, you punch on with the Pope. That's the best bit.
I've got a funny feeling I didn't actually quite finish the second game.
Well, at the end, you fight the dude, and so the guy kills everyone in the room, and then Ezio shows up and is like, you both fight with your pieces of Eden, which are the mystical artifacts that are in this game. Because it gets
Yeah.
complicated, and I'm fucking going into all that alien bullshit. But I prefer the rest of it. And then Ezio just throws everything down and is like, come on, old man, let's go. And fucking Rodrigo's the Pope Alexander or whatever the fuck he is. He's like, you know, this 80-year-old dude, and he agrees to it. And you just punch on with the Pope. That's the best bit.
Yeah.
And you kick his ass.
The papal fist fight.
Yeah, because you're a 40-year-old dude, and the other one's this 80-year-old Pope.
Yeah, what you
40-year-old
gonna
well-trained assassin.
At least if you're going to fist fight, you might like, buy yourself some time until someone turns up. Otherwise, he's just gonna like.
No one did. You just kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, but you know. Otherwise, he might just run you through. Oh, I only lost 2 bars. Holy shit! If I flung myself off a building like that.
I do like in the second game because Ezio grabs the Pope's son, because the Pope has a son who's, you know, the Borgias, who's sleeping with his sister and this other stuff. It's very incestuous. Read about the Borgias. It's fucking terrible. They're just.
Yeah, I was gonna watch.
That's because I knew about the Borgias, so I knew Ezio couldn't kill him. But the way the dude, we'll go about this if we ever play Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
The son, he goes, because I think someone told him that he could kill by man, and so Ezio throws him off a building. Lets him fall to his death.
Oh, you're gonna get shot.
Which I thought was good.
The man didn't kill you.
Yeah. Gravity.
The
did.
pavement. Yeah. It's not the falling that kills you. It's the stopping.
I think it was like, you know, I can't be killed by man. Well, 8 says about that and throws him off.
Ah, that's so beautiful.
I like Ezio. I like Altair because I like the serious characters. And he, you know, becomes this really, probably the best assassin in history. Altair does, because he keeps looking into the Apple of Eden and keeps getting like super smart, just keeps seeing the future and all this other stuff. So he becomes like one of the best assassins. Like he gets to the ripe old age of 90 in this period.
Yeah, which is pretty fucking nuts.
Whereas Ezio was probably the second best. But he tended to let his anger get the better of him, because he never quite got out of that. And he was always a smart mouth. Alright, we'll probably end this here. We've done nearly an hour now.
I've had my Trump rant.
For now.
There's
I'm
more.
sure we'll revisit that.
Boy, is there more. Yeah.
See, I think the best thing would be if these games released a survival mode. Because the only good thing about Assassin's Creed 3 was the game glitched on me, and I kept having heaps of glitches. But the one good glitch that it had was that the game glitched, and it just didn't record me killing enemies. So more and more enemies kept appearing to the point where I was just in a body way, like just a pool of bodies. That the game started to slow down because there was too many bodies on the screen.
Beautiful.
That's how I died. Through lag.
Yeah.
Death. And that was the best. That was fun because dudes just kept coming and I just kept killing them.
I remember playing a ninja game.
That's what this game needed.
On the PlayStation 1,
It was a survival
I think it was.
mode.
That was... Well, that's the whole game was just different stages, and then just wave after wave of ninjas coming at you.
Yeah,
and you
that
had
would've
to
been
take
good.
them down with a sword.
That would have been good.
It was bloody good.
Okay. Well, we're going to save this poor fella. And
Help! I need help! Please, anyone!
actually, we're going to save him now. Whoopah! Hey, oh, damn it. Hey guys, I see you having fun. Could you help?
You could have like done a drop attack.
No, you can't do drop attacks in this game.
Oh, what?
That's in the second game. Let's see, he's missing his finger.
Oh, look at that. He's all fingerless and shit.
Because in this game, the assassins used to do that.
This idiots.
I like that in the second game. He's like, well, we're gonna have to. Leonardo's like, I'm gonna have to cut your finger off, and Ezio pushes down. He's like, no, I just made a few moderations. You don't have to do that. I suppose in this game, it'll be, you know, a sign of your devotion to the creed and all the rest of it. Because you've got that sort of honor and stuff.
Yeah. Still reckon that extra finger would be handy.
Yeah.
You never know.
Different time period.
Yeah.
They were a lot more about honor and all the rest of it. Kicking by this poor fella. And...
Initializing.
oh, damn it. You won't let me kill him.
My boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know
That
what
was
it
the
is
whole
to
point.
be
I was going to end it on killing an innocent, so then it would desynchronize, and we'd be out. That'd be good, but no.
Ah. Can you kill him now?
And whoopah! Desynchronized.